Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to class 6 mathematics chapter 4 basic geometrical ideas, and this is our lecture number 2. First of all, we are going to recapitulate whatever we have learned in our lecture number 1. The first thing that we have learned is about a point. What is a point? A small dot marked by a sharp pencil on a sheet of paper is an example of a point. This we have learned, that a small dot marked by a sharp pencil is a point. A point determines a location. Point tells us the location, and it is usually denoted by a capital letter. Okay. After that, we have learned line segment. The portion of a line between the points A and B, okay, that is called a line segment. We have one line, and on that line we have marked 2 points A and B. That portion between those 2 points A and B is called a line segment, and it is denoted by AB, and above that one small line. It has 2 endpoints. A and B are the 2 endpoints, and it has definite length. As it has 2 endpoints, so it has a definite length. After that, we have done line. A line is obtained when a line segment like AB is extended on both the sides indefinitely. Okay, when a line segment, we can extend a line segment from both the sides indefinitely. Okay, there is no definite line, then it is called a line. It is denoted by a AB, and above that one line and both the side arrows is there. Arrows are there means that we can extend it from both the sides. Or sometimes we can denote a line by a single small letter like L. It has no endpoint. As I told you, line segment has 2 endpoints, but line has no endpoint. And as it has no endpoint, so it has no definite length. Its length will not end. Next, we have done ray. What is a ray? A ray has one starting point. A ray has no definite length, and it is denoted by AB, and above that small ray. I have given you the example of rays, sun rays. Sun is a starting point of that, and its rays go endlessly. So it has one starting point, but it has no end point. It goes endlessly, so it has no definite length, or we can say it has indefinite length. After that, we have done intersecting lines. 2 distinct lines meeting at a point are called intersecting lines. When 2 lines meet each other at one point, that is called, those lines are called the intersecting lines, and that point where they are intersecting, that is called intersecting point. Now, parallel lines, when 2 lines in a plane, they never meet. When 2 lines in a plane never meet, then these lines are called parallel lines. It is the opposite of intersecting lines. Intersecting lines are those lines which meet at least at a one point, and parallel lines are those lines which never meet with each other. Okay. Now, today's topics are curve. In curve, we will learn simple curve, open curve, and closed curve. After that, we will learn today interior and exterior of a simple closed curve and polygon. These are the topics which we will cover today. Let's start from the topic curve. See these pictures. The pictures that are result of your dawdling are called curves. Dawdling means when you are making a drawing roughly, rough-handed. Okay. These are all the pictures of curves. You can draw some of these drawings without lifting the pencil from the paper and without the use of ruler. We are not lifting our pencil here. We are not picking, put up the pencil. Okay, we will make these drawings without lifting the paper, without lifting the pencil and without using the ruler. So all these are the curves. Now curves are simple curve, open curve and closed curve. See the simple curve now. If a curve do not cross itself, then it is called a simple curve. Do not cross itself. Okay. Now see the first picture. It is not crossing itself. Okay, lines are not crossed now, so it is a simple curve. Now see all the pictures. In every picture, they are not crossing itself. So all these are the simple curve. Okay, now see next is open curve. The curve which have different beginning and end points are called open curve. Normally, when the definition is asked of open curve, students give answer, a curve which is open is called a open curve. But no, it is not like this. The curve which have different starting and ending point, that curve is called a open curve. Again I am telling, different beginning and end point. Okay, if any curve have different starting and ending point, then that curve is called an open curve. See first figure, different starting point and end point. Now see the second figure. Starting point and end points are different, but they are crossing itself. Okay, in simple curve we have done now that it does not cross itself. It is crossing itself. So it is not a simple curve, but it is a open curve. Clear? Why it is not a simple curve? Because it is crossing itself. And why it is a open curve? Because it has different starting and end point. Same is the figure third and same in fourth figure. In all these figures, these are the example of open curve as their starting and end points are different. Now let's move to closed curve. The curve which have same beginning and end points are called closed curve. When you are not lifting your pencil, or I can say when you start from a point making any shape and you will end it that shape there only, okay, means the starting point and end point is same, that is called a closed curve. See, all these pictures are the figures of closed curve, but first, second and third, these three pictures are simple closed curve. Simple also and closed also. Why simple? Because they are not crossing itself. And why closed? Because the beginning and the end points are same. You can take any point. You can start from anywhere. But see, when you will move around its boundary, you will reach there only. So beginning and starting point is same. Sorry, beginning and ending point is same. But fourth and fifth figure, they are closed figure, but they are not simple closed figure. Why they are not simple closed figure? Because they are crossing itself. You can see in fourth figure also and in fifth figure also, figures are crossed itself. Okay. So we have learned three types of curve. Simple curve which do not cross itself. Open curve whose starting point and ending point are different. Closed curve whose starting point and end point are same. Okay, that is a closed curve. Next is interior and exterior of a simple closed curve. A simple closed curve divides the region of a plane into three parts. Okay, of any curve, if it is a simple closed curve, simple which do not cross itself, closed whose starting point and end points are same. So of any simple closed curve, its region is divided into three parts: interior of the curve, exterior of the curve, and on the curve. See, I am reading first point now. The region of the plane that lies inside the curve is called the interior of the curve, which lies inside the curve. Okay. Now see in the adjoining figure, point lies in the interior, so it is the interior part, interior point. And what is the exterior? The region of a plane that lies outside the curve, that is the exterior point. See, point B, it lies outside the curve. And point C lies on the boundary of the curve. The collection of points that lie on the curve is called the boundary of the curve, and point C lies on the boundary. Okay, so there are three parts: interior, exterior, and on the boundary. Now let's move to polygon. First of all, define polygon. Learn this definition very well. A simple closed curve made up entirely of line segment is called a polygon. There are four conditions to define a polygon. First is that should be simple, means which do not cross itself. Second is closed, means starting point and end points are same. Then third is it must be curved. Okay, that means you will not pick up your pencil, you will not lift your pencil. And the fourth is made up entirely of line segments. So a simple closed curve made up entirely of line segments is called a polygon. Look at the following figures. 6 figures are drawn here. Now see, in the above figures, first, second, third and fourth, they all are simple closed curve. Why? Because they all are made up of line segments. Okay, they are simple also. They are not crossing. They are closed also. So these are simple closed curve, polygon. But in fifth and sixth, fifth figure you can see that fifth figure is crossing itself. So it is not a simple, and if it is not a simple curve, then it is not a polygon. Now see the sixth figure. Sixth figure is not made of only of line segment. One curve is there. Okay, one semicircle is there. So we want a simple closed curve made up of entirely of line segment. So this is also not a polygon. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. These 4 figures are polygon, and fifth and sixth figure are not polygons. Now we will learn side, vertices and diagonals of a polygon. What are sides? Sides are only the line segments by which we are forming the polygon. Okay, so the line segments forming a polygon are called its sides. The line segment forming a polygon are called its sides. And the end points of the line segments are called its vertices. In junior classes, we used to say vertices as a corners. Okay, but now we will use the word vertices. So, sides are the line segments by which we are forming the polygon, and vertices are the end points of the line segments. In other words, the meeting point of a pair of sides is called a vertex of the polygon. Suppose we are making the two sides of a polygon where these two sides meet. That one point, that is called a vertex. Okay? Now adjacent sides. Sides are adjacent sides, and what are adjacent sides now? Two sides of a polygon with a common end point are called its adjacent sides. Adjacent means साथ वाली, exactly साथ वाली. So two sides of a polygon, okay, when we are making a polygon, see the two sides of a polygon with a common end point, whose end point is common. One end point is common, that are called the adjacent sides. There are two types of sides, adjacent sides and opposite sides. Opposite sides you know, which is on the opposite side of the other. Okay, so adjacent means just साथ वाली, which is adjacent to him. In the class also many times teacher asked you, don't sit adjacent to him. Okay, so adjacent means साथ में. So two sides of a polygon with a common end point are called its adjacent sides. Now same is adjacent vertices. The end points of the same side of a polygon are called as adjacent vertices. Make one side, okay, one line segment of a polygon, one side of a polygon. The two end points of that side, that are called the adjacent vertices. Clear? Now see diagonals of a polygon. What are diagonals? The line segment forming by joining non-adjacent vertices are called the diagonals of a polygon. Adjacent vertices you know very well. Okay, the two end points of the same side. So non-adjacent sides, now here I am using the word. The line segment forming by joining non-adjacent sides are called the diagonals of a polygon. Now all these things are more clear to you with the help of example. See, in the adjoining figure ABCD, it is a polygon. A, B, C, D and E. It is a polygon of 5 sides. Now see its sides. Sides I have told you. Sides are the line segment which are used to form a polygon. So AB, BC, CD, DE and AE. These are the 5 sides. Now vertices. Vertices. What I have told you about the vertices? What are vertex? Vertex are the end points of the line segment. Okay, that is called a vertex. So here the vertex are A, B, C, D, E, or we can say corners also. These are vertices. Now adjacent sides. Adjacent sides I have told you साथ वाली side. So there are many. I have given only 2 examples. Now see AB and BC. These are the adjacent sides, but we can say one pair of adjacent sides. AB is adjacent to BC. Why AB is adjacent to BC? Because in AB and BC, B vertex is common. B vertex is common. This is I have told you in the adjacent sides. Two sides of a polygon with a common end point are called its adjacent sides. So these are the two sides AB and BC. And what is the common end point in these two? B. B is the common end point. So AB and BC are the adjacent sides. Understood? See one more example. BC is adjacent to CD also. How? Because BC and CD, they have C as a common end point. BC and CD. These are two sides of the polygon. This polygon, and C is the common end point. So BC and CD are the adjacent sides. Let me give you more example. DE, EA. DE and EA. This is one more pair of adjacent sides. Because in DE and EA, E vertex is common. Clear? Now see adjacent vertex. Adjacent vertex are the endpoints of the same side of the polygon. Take one side, any one side. Let it AB. AB is one side. What are the endpoints of these? A and B. So these A and B are the adjacent vertex. Isn't it easy? Now take one more side. I am taking DE. D is one of the side. What are the two endpoints of DE? D and E. So D and E are the adjacent vertex. Now see the diagonals. Diagonals are the line joining by non-adjacent vertices. Okay. So see AC, when we are joining A and C, these are not adjacent vertices. These are not the adjacent vertices. These are the endpoints of two sides, two different sides. So AC is one of the vertex. One of the diagonal. AD is one of the diagonal. Then CE is one of the diagonal. Then DB is one of the diagonal. And BE is also a diagonal. Clear? Now, on the basis of above explanation, you have to do exercise 4.2, question 1 to 5. Let us discuss now homework solution of exercise 4.1 that I have given you in lecture 1 of this chapter. First question was, use the figure and name 5 points. Points you know. So it is B, C, O, E and D. Line. There are many lines. Some I have written, though it is asked only one, a line. Okay. So you can name any D, E. So but for the line, when you are naming a line, you will make line and above that you will make both the side arrows. Then also it is a line. If you will not make arrows, then it will become a line segment. Next is 4 rays. Rays name I have given OB, DB, DE. And there are many more. You can write down OC, OE, OD, EO. Okay, so there are many. I have written 4. Now next is 5 line segments. In the same way, you can give 5 line segments. DB, DO, EO, OB, OC and many more. Second question was, name the line given in all possible 12 ways, choosing only 2 letters at a time from the 4 given. See, one line is given and in this line 4 points are also given, A, B, C and D. You have to tell the name of all the lines which are possible by taking 2 letters at a time. See the way of writing it. You will start from A. Start from the A because that is the initial point, first point. So first is AB, move from A to B, then move from A to C. So AB is one line, AC is the another line and then A to D. AD is the third line. Means from point A, first of all write down all the 3 lines which we can make. AB, AC, AD. Now go to B. BA, BC, BD. With B also I am writing all the 3 lines. Now same with C. CA, CB, CD. Now with D, DA, DB, DC. If you will write down in this way, then there is a least possibility to miss any line, name of any line. Okay, but the important thing is that you will make line above all, symbol of line. Now see the third question. Use the figure and name line containing point E. One such line, you have to name the line, such line in which point E is coming. So you can write down AE, BE, DE, E, F, anyone. B point is line passing through A, same. A, E, B, A, D, A. Now A point is compulsory. A must be there. So write down any name. Line on which O lies. You have to tell the name of that line in which O is there. So you can write down either CO or BO. From these two you can write down any one. D is two pair of intersecting lines. Intersecting lines I have told you which cut at a point. So it is CO and AD. See CO, where is CO? Here is CO and where is DA. Okay, these two lines are intersecting at a point B. So you have no need to tell where they are intersecting. You have to tell only the two pairs of line which are intersecting. Now another pair is AE and EF. Question number 4 was, how many lines can pass through one given point? When one point is given, how many lines can be passed? They are countless. Many lines can be passed. You can check also. Mark a point on a piece of paper.